Welcome back to Dune Awakening. So I managed to make the advanced survival fabricator, and it turns out that that is an excellent choice as a first start, because a lot of the crafting materials that need to be otherwise collected from shipwrecks and Imperial testing stations and other dungeons in the deep desert can also be crafted with components from Haga Basin, and some things that can be, some lesser materials that can be obtained from, let's see if we can get that spice. So I want to get some of that too. Yeah, so some of those materials some of those lesser ones can also be obtained from shipwrecks, as in the ships that crash land. But also, there is a maybe less talked about gameplay mechanic in the deep desert, where you can scan out in the open desert and find basically hidden treasure. Somebody on this thing already? Alright. I guess I was late. Okay, well, that was quick. Well, doesn't matter. We're out here. We're gonna do some scanning. Hopefully not crashing in the process, because that would be less than ideal. Let's see. There might be a long-range scanner that I can use to do this with better. Like the one... Okay. That's a shipwreck, I think. Or a ship that's falling out of the sky from somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Let's try and get that. Anyone else out here with us? Might fall. Oh yeah, right into our lap. Excellent. So the way these are done is you land on top of them, oh, you try to. Class steel, armor, ship manifests. Okay. Salvage metal. What else can we get? this side, there's going to be another area. Let's see. There should be at least one more spot on this thing somewhere. It's too close. What I could do, once this guy takes off, so I could just do some aerial surveillance. See if I can spot that third access point, I guess. Oh, I just don't see it. Yeah, no idea. Huh. Well, do we scan this maybe? Well, okay. Before I just sit right there above the surface, waiting for the worm to create a bad day for me. Ship manifest. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Plasteel plate. That's what I'm looking for. We got 34 of them. Excellent. Yes, I think that's what I need. Okay, so that was fortunate. Back to what we were doing before. And if we hang around the area long enough, we might get to witness and capture on video the sandworm doing some trash collection in the software engineering sense of the term. I was going to sit down and use my handheld scanner, which is a long-range one, in order to see if we can get better range, but we can't set down that is. I kind of want to wait around and see. How long it is before the worm shows up for that ship. Shai Hulud, the sandworm. Everybody seems to refer to it as the worm for short. I wonder if there's a pattern to where those things are kind of randomly genned into the terrain. Maybe it's never at the tip of the sand dune, but in sort of the valleys. Who knows? Now, that might have been one of the things that they adjusted, is they got rid of a lot of that stuff. I don't know. I'm out of fuel. And a little bit here. Kind of hovering around too much. Maybe a better way to try to do that is to let's see. There we go. Let's check our status here too while we're at it. That's fine still. Scan module could probably use some maintenance. So let's do that. Let's see. Just me, or is this scan just not reaching out particularly far? That, I think, is too far north for us. That'll be a problem, because that's in the PvP area, and not doing that just yet. Soon, but not yet. I just have no confidence whatever in either my ornithopter or my gear to sustain any kind of what are we? So I finally remapped that one key that was constantly doing the same thing for me, and now it's happening again. I mean, it might have something to do with the fact that my gaming keyboard here keeps getting repositioned, which, if I had a professional studio, yeah, if I had one, I'd probably just have it pretty much, you know, taped into one spot. But as it is, yeah, no. That's a good one. Professional studio. Oh, maybe. Well, if the channel grows, you never know. In any case, yeah, I have business reasons besides trying to make a buck off YouTube, if that were ever to happen. I wouldn't mind if it did, and to be honest, I really enjoy making these videos. It kind of enhances my gameplay experience. Well, it's not on fire anymore. That is the same ship. I recognize it by the attitude of how it's just lying there at that angle. And they all look a little different, I think. There are some variants. So maybe we get a better view. But to my knowledge, there's maybe not all that much warning. Is it up there? Run around this thing, just scan everything. I could do that. I could also try to use my scanner. I don't know. Yeah, anyway, so I have business reasons besides just that. And not today, but at some point I'll get into some more detail as to exactly what's going on with that. But I gotta say that in addition to just plain like being a joy to get around to doing, making all these videos, like I said, I've been a PC gamer for over 30 years, and this is, you know, just the next step maybe in that journey. But in addition to that, I'm also learning just so much, and yeah, it's really, I did not expect to be learning as much as quickly as I am just doing these. So kind of no-lifing the game and making all these videos for a couple of weeks back there, while I had some time off in between stagehand gigs, may not have been so wasteful after all. Yeah, we are not finding. Oh, there we go. That's some stuff right there, I think. That's a bunch of stuff. Wow, okay, let's start with this one maybe. So. That is what I want. Okay, well, I found something else, whatever this is. Not sure what this is. Something about to happen. Maybe a flower sand field that's getting ready to spawn here or something. I don't know. Don't know what this is. No idea. Okay, well, it's not what we were looking for. We were looking for basically just essentially a treasure chest, but it ends up being just a pile of stuff. D4. How's my fuel? Decent. Okay. stray too far away from base, because in the event of a sandstorm, that's where I'm going. Yeah, all of the transitions that I've experienced after the latest patch a couple of days ago, much smoother now than what they were. So, can confirm that performance has been improved noticeably. There we go. He's going after that ship now. And he announced his intentions. He kind of telegraphed what he was going to do. There it is. You know what? That's already... The animations here are already in a state where... There he goes. Come after me. Yeah, the animations are already in a state where they're pretty spectacular. And they have already improved the animations a whole lot from when the game first launched. Not that I was able to play when the game first launched. I kind of got a late start, which is fine, but just saying. Over time, I can just see that the sandworm animations could end up being like just really a work of art. I'm talking about the animations now. Really unusual, not anything you see anywhere else. And I think that if I were the Dune IP ownership and management, I would be extremely happy about this game. This is a good game. I mean, I think the players are going to show up for it. It's just, there's bugs. There's gameplay tuning that needs to happen still. Well, let's get some titanium, I guess, and go back. We got some of the stuff we wanted from that one falling ship, so... I am going to need fuel here in a second, but since we're getting titanium... It's all over the place. Tritium I don't really need. That's titanium. This, and then... Okay, used one up. All right. Yeah, yeah. Oh, spice. Let's get that. If we can. Yes, we can. Well, it is kind of far from here, so there might be somebody else on it by the time we get there. Nevertheless, it's worth flying all the way out there. So I didn't bring my storage. That shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, I see myself playing this game for 1,000 hours. It's a bit close there. I think that may actually have been a collision if I would have continued. Okay. Is this it? Yes. Yeah, it is that one. Notice that worm sign is nominal because of my gear, which is the compactor, and because of the boots that I'm wearing, which has a 45% reduction to, I guess, threat generation. And then I'm moving arrhythmically. Yeah. How much titanium we got? 40. Well, I can get titanium easy from anywhere, so... What I may need to do this. So from now on, bring my storage. If I recall correctly, though, with my inventory like basically down to nothing, which is how it was, I was able to fit a full small spice field in it. So this, in comparison to what it was like in Haga Basin with multiple worms. Did I just hear one? Yes. Yeah, I think when you get that music, the worm sees you, and you're on its radar. So I'm not even going to mess with it. This is, yeah, he was right there. Yeah, there he is. He's pretty close. Yeah. So now, he knows exactly where I am. Let's see. There he is. I think I have most of that. I'm pretty full anyway. 5, yeah, it's fine. drop this off into our hangar and get some titanium. Yeah, these animations, I can see how these could just, over time, just get more detailed and more varied and just more interesting. They're already, like, really good. I'm just saying, is if they spend some time on it, it could really be just, yeah. That's probably on the border. Yeah. For a second there, I wasn't sure where I heard that from. The headset that I'm using is pretty good. Wireless with surround. Generally pretty good with especially for shooters, because that's how I have it. The EQ set up. But anyway, so I was under the impression. Oh, that's right. That is 1 and 2. Okay. All right. So let's see. There we go. And I wanted some titanium. Let's see, 2 medium fuel that are pretty much full capacity. That's fine. I kind of can dump that off. Salvaged metal I just don't need, so I'll get rid of that. Okay, so we dump that in here. Salvaged metal. You just take out here and get rid of. And let's see. Well, we're just gonna collect stuff that's immediately around the base, unless there's another spice blow. What's going on? That was close to a crash, but was not. That's good. Not an actual crash. I'm kind of being dyslexic here with my cut array and compactor layouts. There's even more right over there. I mean, it's you know, it's night and day difference between. Oh no, that's aluminum. Okay. Still, it's night and day difference between the quantity of titanium and strontium that's available now. I don't have to go far at all in order to collect a full load for a return flight to my water production facility, which I like to mention and bring up in every single episode. but with good reason. I mean, it did take me like 100 and I think 20 hours to get to the point where that was ready to go. And water is kind of the key to production in this game. You're not going to be making much of anything, even if you can get everything else. If you don't have a... What was that key press? Yeah, I don't know. I think it shows that I'm kind of rusty here. One other thing that I wanted to bring up, I guess, is I need to be spending at least 50% of my time in combat, pretty much from now on. Because that is what I'm here for. Buggy. Well, I guess one of the things that that I guess the guys that are building their bases out here, one of the reasons that I can think of is that building any of the stuff, including the fabrication devices, I think everything's 50% off. So I can see how for the top tier, the plastinium, level stuff, fabricators and refineries, I can see how that would make sense to build out here, if that's in fact the case, that you get 50% off when you build it, because it's a huge deal. Those things are expensive. Nevertheless, my strategy is going to be not to do that, but to slowly build the stuff back at my home base, have it be permanent, and then after that's in place, not to actually spend the time constructing all that stuff in the deep desert every single time. I mean, that's a chunk of time. That's a whole block of time every week that you got to spend doing that stuff. And I'd sooner do combat and just build the bare minimum fabricators that I need in order to get started doing that. And then slowly but surely over time build up my base. So that is that Stravidian? No, that's basalt, I think. I could use the scanner. I kind of find that visually identifying stuff is maybe even easier. Than using the scanner. I don't know, maybe I find a better scanner than this. This is just a basic one. Like a long range or something, but it's aluminum. It's more aluminum. I mean, I can see sort of how if you bring a buggy out here and you kind of get it to be a routine where, you know, you just set up a subfief on an island like this and you go around harvesting, you know, a couple of nodes here and there to begin with the amount of... Is this a... What is this? Okay, I guess this is a safe spot for a buggy in case it can't get back, or... yeah, who knows? Or maybe it's just one of those features that occasionally gets populated with a entrance. Oh, yeah, I'm in a PvP zone now. Later. Not quite a collision, but yeah, I can fly better. Let's see. How's my fuel? Decent. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Well, I think I'll get back into the rhythm of flying and combat a little bit here. Like I said, I'm doing all this other stuff lately. So, no, it's not going to be as smooth as if I'm just playing this all day for a couple of weeks. Not always able to do that. I'm thankful when I am, but yeah. The truth is I got a lot of other stuff also. There's some titanium. Too. Always an important thing to check. Fuel. Let's get status. If we can get spice. No. Not. How's my inventory now? I did hit I. Okay. I thought I hit I. I probably hit U. Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, let's get maybe another one. Oh, okay. That was interesting. Are they maybe adding in that the sandworms are observing you? Kind of like sharks. That's some there. Titanium is what I need. Stravidium, not so much, because I've gotten so much of it. Earlier this week when I was out here and people were building buildings on the handful of titanium nodes that were available in the PvP area, or the south of DD. I could put on the storage, but I kind of enjoy using the thruster too much and flying like that, so... Oh, that's a sandstorm. That's heading this way. Close enough to base, though. Well, it might not be heading this way. Alright, well, we'll see. You're sheltered from the sandstorm. Let's see, what's all in this? 349. The storage for the Scout Ornithopter has 500. I think just like the sand bike. And then I have a further, although I do need to take with me my gear, which does take up a little bit more space, and some of the other stuff that's in here. So I wonder if... Yeah, that's not coming this way. That's the thing about the deep desert is that, let's see, where all have I been? Not all that many places. Okay, do I want spice? I might. You know what? Before I risk it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do some repairs here. That could be another sandstorm. Just because one of them is floating on past doesn't mean that there isn't a second one. So I guess I could repair the scanner. Easy for me to say. Okay. Of course, now I have no idea where that spice is. It's alright, mostly I need titanium anyway, because what's this in here? Is that the big one? Yeah, that's the transport thopter, I think. Wow. That's quite the operation they have here. Pretty cool. I like this layout for this base. Yeah. Very impressive. To be honest, though, before I go out and look for more titanium, I think what I'd like to do is end here, take a short break, and then come back. Because I think this one's gone on for quite a while. And, yeah. What I always like to do is I always like to collect all my valuables so that they're on my person. Because when I log out, I'm basically... Oh, okay. When I log out, I'm basically not in the game with all of the gear that's on me, but the stuff that I have in storage remains behind in the world. Let's see, what I need is this guy. So we pocket that, and now when I log out, it'll give me a message. Well, I'll do that in a second, but yeah, I'll only remain in the world for, I don't know, a minute or a few minutes or 30 seconds or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what the rules are, but anyway, to be continued very shortly here, and with that, I will see you in a bit.